Hello there, I'm BobbyInBlue, and on this channel we talk about how to get the most out of your tech. Apple just barely dropped a brand new iPhone, the iPhone 16e. The iPhone 16e is meant to be a replacement for their previous iPhone SE models or their lower cost option. Though they have raised the price of the previous iPhone SE, it's now $599 for this iPhone 16e, but they do pack a lot of really great updates into this phone that make that price seem still very affordable. First up, the phone starts at $599, and that's for the 128GB option, which means there's no longer a 64GB option. The iPhone 16e comes in black or white, and it's powered by Apple's A18 chip. One of the most interesting things about the iPhone 16e is Apple's very first in-house 5G modem. They're calling it the Apple C1 chip. Apple's been working on an in-house modem for a long time now, and it's interesting to see it come out here with the iPhone 16e. The C1 chip prioritizes power efficiency and integration with other Apple parts, but it does lack the 5G millimeter wave connectivity, resulting in slower 5G speeds. The iPhone 16e does only have a single camera on the back of the device, and it brings over the 48 megapixel Fusion camera from the iPhone 16. The front-facing camera appears to be the same or very similar to the iPhone 16. It has a 6.1-inch screen that is a Super Retina XDR OLED display. The iPhone 16e also does not have Dynamic Island. They chose to stick with the classic notch design. Some other things to know about the screen is it doesn't have an always-on display or ProMotion, and it stays at the 60 Hz refresh rate that we've seen on some of the previous models. Next, they did trade out the Lightning port on this device and put a USB-C port in it, which means that I think now all iPhones are actually on USB-C, which is pretty cool. In true Apple fashion, they chose to communicate what the battery life was like through video playback. The iPhone 16e is quoted as up to 26 hours of video playback. For comparison's sake, the iPhone 16 is said to have up to 22 hours of video playback. It sounds like it has some pretty good battery life, but we'll have to see what that translates into in daily use. They also brought the action button from the iPhone 16 series as well, so that way you can choose some action on the phone that you use often and program it to this button on the side so that you have quick access to things like your camera or your flashlight. Like the other iPhone 16s, it does have emergency satellite connectivity so that you can use that to communicate in an emergency. They have also swapped out Touch ID for Face ID. Last but not least is Apple Intelligence. It seems like a lot of the upgrades or changes they've made for the iPhone 16e are all about making sure that it's compatible with Apple Intelligence. Previously, Apple has stated that Apple Intelligence does require at least 8 gigs of RAM, so it's safe to say that the iPhone 16e does have at least 8 gigs of RAM. So that's something that we'll have to see when it comes out. Though many of the Apple Intelligence features that Apple has promised still are not all the way out, it's great to see them updating even their lowest model to make sure that it's compatible with Apple Intelligence. The iPhone 16e model is really great for any budget-conscious consumers, students, people buying their first phone, people trying out iPhone for the very first time. I can also see it being great for companies who want to give their employees a phone, but also want to make sure that they maintain their budget. As I read through the list of things that the iPhone 16e has, I was really shocked to see all the different things that they were able to include and still achieve a really great price point at $599. Pre-orders for the iPhone 16e start on February 21st, and they're available on February 28th. Let me know in the comments below which of the iPhone 16s you would choose. If you want to learn more about the all-new Powerbeats Pro headphones, click here. And if you want to watch a video that YouTube recommends for you, click here. Thanks for watching. I'm BobbyInBlue. Follow for more on how to get the most out of your tech. We'll see you in the next one.